And we are live. Hello and welcome to Cocination Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host. And this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Kosi Football Club. And we have to talk about Fisal Salum. We have to talk about Edson Castillo because there's obviously a lot of things to dissect when it comes to these particular players. And we'll also talk about what you guys are saying on the comments, because this video is inspired both by what is happening in the news, or rather not so inspired by those things, because when we go deep, you'll realize what I'm talking about. But on top of that, we are also trying to look at what the fans are thinking and why those things that the fans are saying actually make sense. So as you guys are joining the video, just please do make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are currently sitting on, 59,172 on the 19th of July. We have 11 days before the month is over. So let's make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, so that we can get to 60,000 before the end of this month. So let's start. As you are joining in, two things: like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell me where you're watching from. Those three things will make me very happy. So the main thing that people are talking about, and the thing that people are asking about, is what is happening with Fisal Salum. And the sad and unfortunate truth and the harshest truth is the fact that nothing is happening with Fisal Salum. That is just unfortunate. Nothing is happening with Fisal Salum, and there isn't anything that is moving on that front. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's disappointing. It's disappointing because everyone knows that Nabi wanted Salum. Everyone knows that there were some talks between Salum and Nabi and him wanting to come to Chiefs. But it clearly seems like Kaizer Chiefs are not deciding to sign him. We saw Yusuf Marti playing for his new team in Austria. That was an assist because he marked the ball and then Van Beek got the ball and he scored. And we got a lot of money. Chiefs got a lot of money from the sale of Mart. Yet somehow they've not replaced him. Well, they have replaced him, but they've not improved the squad, because what I keep on saying about Tundlov is that he is literally everything that Yusuf Mart is. Like, there's nothing about Ndlovu that says, oh, he's different, he's unique. No. He's exactly what Yusuf Mart is. And that is why we've been talking about the fact that then we need to get Fisal Salum. And when we're talking about him, last year, Fisal Salum, for people to talk about, one thing that we need to talk about is the fact that last year, his price tag was around Boma 50 million. And the main reason for that was because he had a buyback clause, right? There was not buyback clause, a sell-on clause with the team that he was playing for from Yanga. So if they had sold him, I think Yanga was still going to take 70% of that money. So that's why Azam had to make the price so expensive for Fisal Salum. But what ended up happening is that thing by sell-on clause only it dropped like from January to June, because sometimes there's those kind of sell-on clauses that if we sell you a player, let's say for example Pirates, they are selling Nkota to Al Ettifaq, and then they say that, okay, if you sell him to Europe, we're going to take 10% of that fee if you sell him within a year. But if you sell him after 2 years, we're going to take 5%. So it's different. So with Salum, it was the same thing. But now his price has gone lower, but nothing has happened. Now, am I going to blame Chiefs? I'm not really going to blame them. But I'm also going to say, how are you improving the midfield? Because even now, you were planning to release George Matlou, but you've kept him around because you've not really found a solution for your midfield problems. So you are now just trying to try different things. Now, I want to show you guys something, ne? Because when I say that Undlovu no Mart are literally the same player, I want you to see this. Not this. Display capture. Wow, it's really not showing me the thing that I wanted to show you. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, flipping hell. It's not doing what I wanted you to see. Okay. I want to show you in terms of stats. Like, because stats are not subject to our emotions and how we feel. They are just facts, and facts are facts. So I want you to look at this. When we scroll up here, you can see Mart on the left, Love on the right. Yes? So what I want you guys to see on these things is that Undlovu no Mart, they're basically the same player. So we've replaced Mart, but we've not upgraded really. So if I scroll down, rating Undlovu slightly higher, but look at them. Do you see this? This red thing just basically means where Mart was on the left versus when Ndlovu was on the right. It's the same thing. Do you see that? Do you see that we've not upgraded? We've not upgraded. We've just gotten the same player. So if people were complaining about Mart for one reason or the other, that means they're still going to complain about Ndlovu. Because as you can see, everything that Ndlovu does, Mart does the same thing also. So it's just that thing. But we're not done, because you need to also see something else. If you look at Ndlovu, again, you scroll down with their stats. See that appearances 28, Ndlovu played slightly more. Goals 1 for Mart, 2 for Ndlovu. Goals per game, of course. Shots off target, Mart is better. Big chances missed, Ndlovu is better. Assists, Mart is better. Big chances created, Mart is better. Yabona nje, most of the things, there is marginal differences, except interceptions, Ndlovu is slightly better. Tackles, Ndlovu is slightly better. Dribble past, Mart is better. Clearances. And you go down on and on and on, and what you realize is Chiefs still needs a different profile of a midfielder, because they've not upgraded by signing Ndlovu. And I'm not saying he's a bad player, by the way. I'm not. Tobukolo is saying, watching from your hometown, Pietermaritzburg. I'm not from Pietermaritzburg. I just lived in Maritzburg for a while. But anyways, yes, nice to have people from there. And then there's a second factor, obviously. We've talked about Fisal Salum. Nothing is happening with him. But why are they releasing Edson Castillo? Because the thing is, when it comes to Edson Castillo, can you please like the video? Can we please like the video? We have 300 people watching and only 132 likes. So let's like the video. So with Edson Castillo, I am more convinced now more than ever that it's politics that's making him go, right? It's making me think there are a lot of politics. Why am I saying I think there are a lot of politics? Because which midfielder at Kaizer Chiefs is what Castillo is? Like, tell me one, give me one name on the comments. Which one player is what Castillo is at Kaizer Chiefs? You understand me? Usubusiso is asking me, why will we need Salum if Ngobo is doing well? Okay, let me explain something about profiles of players. Ngobo is a playmaker. Ngobo is not really a player who goes box to box. He will just play the ball either as a 10 in creating chances, or if you play him deeper, he's going to help the team build up. But it doesn't have the energy to go from one box to the other box. If you watch Tanzania versus Bafana, you would have seen that's exactly what Fisal Salum does. He goes from one box, collecting the ball, moving the ball. He goes to the other box, creating chances as well. That's what he did for Yanga. That's what he does for Azam. Ngobo is not that player. Even Ucele, he's not the what's the word? He's not the profile of Fisal Salum. At Kaizer Chiefs, the closest player to Fisal Salum would be Castillo, in a sense that he's a box-to-box midfielder who offers a threat forward, but he also offers something going back. Ucele will offer you keeping position, progressing passes, just doing the nice things. But is not necessarily what Salum is. Ngobo is not what Salum is. So just because you have players who are good enough at the job that they are doing, that does not mean we have players who are good enough to help the team do what Nabi wants them to do. You understand me? So that is my thing, Guti. You have Konotum. Please don't tell me Gutum Tetwa is that. Uzwane is also a deep lying playmaker. If you've noticed with Uzwane, if you're going to ask him to go up and down and be a box-to-box midfielder, he can't do that. He just can't do that. If you look at Matlo, he's more of a 10. If you force him to play as a 6, he's going to try, but that's just not his game once again. So we have a lot of these different profiles at Chiefs, but the thing is, Seskulma Castillo now, we're not talking about Salum. Now we're talking about Castillo because he's the closest profile in terms of the output that he will give you. Now, why would you not, in your right mind, why would you not keep that player who's going to do exactly that? Especially because I can sit here and proudly say to you, I would rather have Castillo in my team than Umthetho. Not because Umthetho is horrible, it's just that Castillo gives me much more. So if you're going to say, oh, we're releasing Castillo because we are in a situation whereby we have to open a foreign spot, you can loan out Tuntwari, right? Because you can literally loan out Tuntwari, you will still be paying him, it's fine. But if you really need a foreign spot, loan out Tuntwari because you are not playing him. But this thing of Castillo being loaned out, being let go, because now the management team of Castillo said something along the lines of, oh, cold shoulder or something that wasn't happening right with the Kaizer Chiefs management. It really does worry me. It really, really does worry me to say that why are we not keeping one of the best players that we have, or one of the good players that we have, if you want to say that. Because if you are saying that we're letting go of Castillo so that we can open a foreign spot because we're going to sign a foreign player, the problem with foreign players is, here's a problem with foreign players or signing players, not even foreign players. The problem with signing players is you never know how that signing will work. Like some signings, you can sign a really good player, but they will never fit in the team. Like for example, take Undlondlo. Undlondlo, when he was playing for Marumo Gallants, he was so good. He went to a Pirate, he looked like he doesn't know how to play football. You look at a player like Gui Chiefs, Ustebe, when he was playing for Amazulu, he was so good. He comes to Chiefs, all of a sudden, Nagasala Zipol. Do you understand me? Like even Solomons, when he was playing for Swallows, he was terrorizing Chiefs. I think he scored 2 goals, although there were penalties. But he was going up and down the wing, just giving Chiefs things to think about. But then he comes to Chiefs. Now it looks like he doesn't know football. Kunika was a defender of the season for Stellenbosch. Comes to Chiefs, he looks like a shadow of himself. Umsimango, they had to get Inacio because Umsimango was not performing. He comes to Chiefs, his form dips. So I'm saying you're going to let go of a player who you are sure what is going to give you just because there might be a player who could do better than him. A big might, right? Like he might. So for me, it's one of those things that confuse me. So I want to just give a special shout out to Utami Umsijo. Someone wrote birthday presents. Utsepiso, UKM, Uloiso, Uspesihle, no Rosh George, and as well as Ukosifen, no Tsinile. All of those people have contributed so far to getting to the channel, to getting this powerful chair for my birthday, which is, by the way, in 8 days on the 27th of July. So if you want to contribute, right now we've raised 1,200 towards this chair. So if you also want to contribute to the chair, it's actually 1,205 friends. So we are 1,195 friends short to getting to our goal of getting the chair. So if you would like to contribute, this is the account on the screen, and this is where you can contribute. And now I will also go to some of the questions that you guys are asking before we go to the end of the stream. Now, I see ukuthi uMasibathole Rowana is saying same as Ranga, he was so good. He was. Pilo Chiefs mayingamiyeka usalumele sikhohlwe ngewin ku-Chiefs. Kushuthi abayazi into abayifunayo for i-team. That is the thing. Ukuthi where is the ambition? Because right now i-Pirates have sold uNkotha. They've let go of Monopoly Saleng. And on top of that, there are talks. Unplayable just reported that Urelebuhile Mfukeng is on his way to Al Ettifaq. So both of those boys are now going to be playing in Saudi, which means that significantly makes Pirates weaker. I still think, even with Mfukeng, Nkotha, and Saleng, I think that Chiefs has the second best squad in the league after Sundowns. It's just that the pressure of playing for Chiefs and the small missing pieces that are still not there. Because the Pirates nabo, by signing, have they signed a proper six? I think they haven't. They signed another 10, but not really another 6. So kusenombata, kusenomakaula, and then Umbul is going to be more of an 8. So Mbata might have to play as an 8 on his own. Or Umbule will bench Umaswanganye. We'll see. And then Kwaiba, since they let go of all their wingers, probably they will end up playing Kwaiba as a winger, which is not. But as a collab, where we are is that Kaizer Chiefs have a really good opportunity to be the ones closest to Sundowns, because I still believe that Sundowns are going to win the league. Right? Realistically, I still believe that because of watching the gap between Chiefs and Sundowns quality-wise, because the thing is, Sundowns has all the quality. Understand me? Sundowns has all the quality, guys, and they have all the profile of a player. If you are talking in terms of physicality, they have Aupas, they have Umkwen, right? In terms of controlling the tempo of the game, they have Allen, Mkwena can do that. They have Mkulisi for that. So they already have that profile of Utabokele, for example. When it comes to physicality, Tina, we have Umtetwa, but can he control the game? Not necessarily. So we have some gaps that need to be filled, and we can't fill them up. So that's the problem that we have. Even Unjablo Ngobo, yes, you are right. So there are a lot of players that were good at their teams and they came to Chiefs and they were bad. So for me personally, I think it's not worth it to let go of players who are already good at your team and risk getting other players. Muhammad is asking any update on Cape Town Spurs players. Chiefs are supposed to be landing today from their trip in Egypt. I mean in Netherlands. So we will know more in the next week, because that competition in Toyota Cup, which is next week Saturday, that's when we'll probably see what's happening, because Cape Town Spurs are still holding their ground. They are like, nope, Uluk Batman and Uluk Batman no Asanele Valipai are their players. The Chiefs is like, no, they are players. We sign them because they're free agents. George is saying, Pilo, tell me what is happening on the goalkeeper department, because since I was born in 1986, I have never seen Kaizer Chiefs struggle with keepers. Yeah, with the goalkeeper department, I think it's multiple factors. The problem is that the keepers are also struggling with their shot stopping ability. Yeah, but if they were struggling with playing the ball, like Upvuma looks panicked when he has to play the ball, I would say it's because of modern football. So I don't know, man, what really happened with Abu Vuma. Yeah, I really cannot tell you. But we are now waiting. We're just now waiting for one thing. The Ronaldo links, the Ronaldo Lina links. That's the only hope that we have. Uguti Chiefs might actually do something and get Ronaldo Lina. But otherwise, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, especially since Chiefs are now back in country. So probably anything that they still wanted to do, they will now do. In Davazabontuari, we didn't see him at all in Netherlands. So that tells you something. Same thing with Castillo, we didn't see him. So that tells you something. So I think that this coming week, there's probably going to be a few more releases, and then that will tell us that, okay, they've changed their minds or they've not changed their minds. Because right now, what we know is that Castillo is going and Salum is not coming either. But this is the transfer market. Chiefs have seen what they have and what they lack. in their team. And I think that what's going to happen is that Toyota Cup game, I think we're gonna win it, but I still feel as though we need Salum. If we don't get to Salum, get someone like him at the very least. I'll take it. But you guys will tell me what you think. Remember, you can contribute here to the channel to getting this chair. We only need 1,000 more to get there. These are the accounts, and your generosity will be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals alphelumoy.